Geeks Attic. Hope you all are doing well. Doing pretty good. I I'm in the process of doing something else on the computer right now, and I thought, you know what? Let's just go live. I planned on going um, live somewhere tonight, and it wasn't here originally, but here I am. I had some other stuff that I wanted to do tonight too, but I just things are going so slow on the computer. I just don't know if not the computer, just a website that I'm doing some stuff on. It's just going so slow, and it's pushing back my plans, and that's absolutely driving me crazy. So I didn't really advertise that I was going to be live tonight on this Thursday, July 14th. I think I missed last week, right? I wasn't doing a live, um, but here I am now. I have a couple books, some things here that I could show you. I thought might be fun to look at. Um, Here in just a few moments, we've got Alex. Well, hello, Alex, showing up there in the comments. And here, of course, on these live streams, I like you guys to talk in the comments section. Bring up your questions, your thoughts, whatever, and I'll address those things if appropriate. But I got some not books, but like audio books here next to me that I've picked up as well. I can show you those. As far as my actual reading that I've been doing lately is very minimal. I really haven't been reading much. I started the Kroll novelization. Watched the movie. Was it last week? I think over the weekend, early this week. Wait, what is today? Thursday? I think I watched it on Saturday or Friday, something. Anyway, I watched that movie for the first time. Interesting, but I'm going to save my thoughts on that for the Paper Movies Novelization Book Club discussion that's just going to be taking place in like 2 weeks. It's crazy. This month really flew by. It really did. Um, I guess up first, I could just show you one of these books that I got. It's a novelization. It's Waterworld by Max Allan Collins. I've been looking for this one. It's been on my list for quite a while. It's based on the screenplay by Mark Norman, based on the material by Peter Rader, I don't know, and David Tao. I'm not even gonna say the name. I just Tauhoy, whatever. Tui. I think this is a UK printing. There's nothing about the US in here on this publication page. It's Arrow Books, published in 1995. Mentions the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. Yeah, Random House UK Limited. So that was a cool find. That this was on my novelization list for quite a while to find a copy of that, and I'm happy that I finally did find a copy. It's nice. Um, well, I was trying to do this thing on my website for a giveaway that I'm going to be hosting for my other channel, Tuscan Reader. I wanted to go over there and announce it, but might do that here in a little bit if I can get it to work right here while I'm talking to you. Um, it's gonna be it's gonna be cool, I guess. For maybe not cool. For somebody, it might be cool. Um, it's a book. It's a Star Wars book. Um, Video games. Sea of Thieves. I have not played that game. If you've played it, let me know. And I don't know if I should check it out. I know one guy that I talked to quite a bit, Star Raptor. He's an awesome guy. He likes he likes the game, and there is a novel that is coming out later on this month or next month. I can't remember what the email said, but Titan Books has sent me out a copy of a tie-in to the video game Sea of Thieves: Heart of Fire. So, like I said, I have not played Sea of Thieves, the game, but the novel has been sent out, and I guess it's a prequel type thing, talking about the villain. So it might be cool to get into, you know? I'm always hoping to get around to read other stories. Um, Funny that they're always like made like big franchises. Over here to the comments, Rob D. Hello, Matthew. I have so much to read, including Brotherhood. Yeah. Well, hope you enjoy that one. I sure did. It's actually a really good book, in my opinion. Um, I'm almost done setting up this giveaway for the Tuscan Reader channel. It says that my connection's been lost. My website, so many little flaws. It's so annoying. Um, well, it's going to try to reconnect. Matthew in the comments says, "Should I get the High Republic?" Well, about the High Republic, the novels, the first two novels, I really did enjoy. Um, and those titled "Light of the Jedi" by Charles Soule. I thought it was a fantastic book. It was very fast paced. Introduced a lot of cool characters. Now, there's a lot of Star Wars fans out there that say it's just garbage. Not true. Um, I really did get some enjoyment out of reading that book, and same with The Rising Storm by Kevin Scott. That was a good book. Um, he dives a lot more like deeper into certain characters that I found fascinating. The third novel, though, the third adult book, um, I tried to forget that one, and I have forgotten the title, and I got toys covering up the books. The Fallen Star, that's what it is. That was a horrible book. It was awful. Written by Claudia Gray, who is an author that I really liked. She has some great stories out there. But like as the title says, The Fallen Star, that's how I viewed that author after reading the novel. It was just awful. As far as the young reader High Republic books, they're okay. The YA novels, I did not like. There is that kind of like a left wing social agenda sort of thing being pushed in those that I don't care to read about. So if you're into that, then you might enjoy those books. But I thought they were pretty dull for the most part and very bad. But for those adult novels, like I said, the first two were fantastic. I know that there's going to be more High Republic books coming, I guess, this year. That's crazy. Um, that it's just like the second wave, or what is it? What do they call it? Phase, second phase or wave. I get confused on where these things are at these days, but uh, more stuff is coming soon. Rob D says, "Do you see the cover for High Republic Convergence? I liked the blue and green colors. Reminds me of Dark Empire." You know, I think I saw it, but I forgot about it. Let me get this. Let me say something here. The last several days to a week, last week, I said I don't think I was here. Um, my interest for this Star Wars stuff really like died. Like I did not care about anything at all. I didn't want to look. I haven't been on Facebook in a while. I don't care to get on there because it's just full of Star Wars chatter. Twitter, kind of check in on that every now and then because I see other things that aren't just Star Wars on there. Um, I'm just like, man, I am so tired of hearing about Star Wars all the time. But it's fun to talk about, it is. But as far as keeping up with everything, it's just so hard. Matthew says, "I got to get Brotherhood." You do. It's a good one. That's actually, if you haven't watched my ranking video that I posted before Shadow of the Sith came out, I posted like the top, like I ranked all of the 36 books, 34, 36, something like that. I ranked all of those from least to like, or like, least favorite to favorite or worst to best. And Brotherhood actually was on the top. It was my number one pick. JS says, How you doing, man? Doing good. How you doing? I've just got my giveaway thing going here. Link has been updated. That's going to be awesome. So I am going to copy this link down here. I'm going to be running a giveaway over on my Tuscan Reader channel. So later on, I might just post a video instead of going live over there. And when I do the announcement on who wins, maybe I'll go live over there. I haven't gone live on Tuscan Reader yet, but it's definitely going to happen. And I'm guessing it's just going to be next week because it's 9:38, or I could do it later tonight. I don't know. I don't know. We're just going with the flow of things right now. Something else that I acquired. Where did it go? I had it. Here we go. I was watching Stranger Things. Me and my wife, we binged the whole, fourth season, and like I'm bummed that it's over. I really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. Hello, Joe's Media Cabinet. How you doing? Um, so Stranger Things, really liked it, and I'm bummed that they don't have more Stranger Things novels. There is a YA novel that's either just been released or coming soon about Luke. I haven't read any of the YA novels for that yet, but I do have one. I picked it up, I think, last month. Haven't got around to reading it yet, but it's a Stranger Things Rebel Robin. There's like two more of these, like I said, that new one, and then one about um, the character that was really the main focus this season, Max. But anyway, Del Rey, who is now, I guess, well, this isn't Del Rey. This is just one of the publication things, I think. Yeah, Penguin Random House. They have a coloring book for Stranger Things. This is an adult coloring book. Well, it says the official coloring book, but I guess kids could, dabble with this. But it's just a bunch of photos that are, you can color. And I colored a photo of the new characters this season. Eddie Munson. I'll show you. I just I colored like a child. I colored Eddie Munson there of the Hellfire Club. So color pencils. I'm no color pencil artist. My wife was like, "Let me show you how to do things. Let me show you how to shade and all that." I was like, "Just go away and let me color." It was funny. She tried to get on here and mess stuff up, and I was like, "Don't you touch my coloring book." Um, but yeah, this is available now. You can pick this up if you really like Stranger Things. It was kind of fun, coloring. I haven't done that in a long time. Just sitting down with a coloring book. Something different, something fun, kind of hold over the past the time, I guess, when you're not in that mood to read anything or watch anything. Kind of like how I was the other night when I colored that. I just didn't care to watch TV, didn't want to read a book, didn't want to do anything. JS says, I'm doing good. I'm halfway through Shadow of the Sith, and I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of loving it. Okay. All of the Luke stuff makes me so happy. Okay. Well, I think the majority of the people really do enjoy uh, Shadow of the Sith. I got the hardcover here. I need to update my review thumbnail with the hardcover. People don't really care that much when they see that it's a digital copy. Like, yeah, Red, he's making it up. It's just a photo. No, I've really read it. But yeah, I guess I'm in the minority that just could not stand the book. Just didn't like it. Joe's Media Cabinet says, "Was your haul better than mine, buddy?" Okay, me and Joe from Joe's Media Cabinet had a little conversation on Twitter. He got a book haul. He can, if he wants, if he's going to post that. I haven't been on YouTube to check out anybody's video in a couple weeks. I need to get on that, get caught up on my watching. But he did a book haul, and I'm not sure if he's posting the video about that or not because he could share in the comments his thoughts on his haul. But this is something else that I got. It's audio, and for some reason, they sent out duplicates on a few of these, which I guess is my fault for not really paying attention. But this is going to require a cassette player Looks like it's Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron. Join the elite fighting force in space on a do-or-die mission only the X-Wings would dare. It's by Michael A. Stackpole, performance by Henry Thomas. So this is a cassette tape. I haven't even opened these things up to see if they're in good quality. I'm sure they are. But yeah, they're little cassette tape. And it looks like it's just going to be 2 tapes in there. Yeah, 2 tapes. And it says it on the back, 2 cassettes. I don't know if this is an audio book or like a audio drama. And it says an abridgment has been approved by the licensor, running time 180 minutes. So I guess this is an audiobook, because I have a couple of cassette tapes that are actually audio dramas, not just an audio book. But there you have it, X-Wing Rogue Squadron. This is a duplicate that I got. So I might be doing a giveaway here for the duplicates. That might be a little fun thing. Let's see over here. Shmira Jermaine. Sorry if I butcher the name. I usually am horrible with names. It's kind of a joke at this point. Stranger Things was great. Excited for season 5. By the way, you got to read the new Jedi Order series, man. It's amazing. Just finished. I know. I got a lot to catch up on with the Star Wars reading. Also, do you like more Darth Maul or Darth Vader? I like Darth Vader more. I really do. I thought when they brought Darth Maul back, that was kind of like a cheap gimmick. A lot of people felt that way in the beginning, but they learned to love it and thought, hey, it was awesome. And when I saw the Clone Wars episodes, I was like, it's tacky to have Darth Maul back. But when I saw him in Solo, a Star Wars movie, I was like, okay, yeah, I would like to see a Darth Maul movie, because that looked pretty cool. And I'm bummed that they didn't have more to do with that. I was part of that Make Solo 2 happen. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Hashtag Make Solo 2 happen. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I liked that better than the sequel trilogy. Shadow of the Sith was Voodoo. Okay, Joe's Media Cabinet says it was posted, sadly. So Joe has a book haul that he posted. It was a random lot that he purchased from eBay. You need to go check it out. Joey's Media Cabinet. Dave McHugh, Henry Thomas of E.T. fame. Henry Thomas of E.T. fame. What are we talking about, Henry Thomas? You know what? I think it is. It is, Dave. Henry Thomas's film credits include Curse of the Starving Class, Legends of the Fall, Valmont, and E.T. So, yeah, the little child actor from E.T. Thank you, David, for picking up on that. Yeah, he does the narration for that. It's a different guy, though, for Star Wars The Last Command, Book 3, and the Heir to the Jedi, or Heir to the Empire, right? Not Heir to the Jedi. That's a canon novel. This one is done by Anthony Daniels. That's pretty cool. It's also a runtime of 180 minutes, 2 cassettes, and a duplicate there. So, another giveaway. Eventually. Haven't figured out the details on that one yet. Yeah, Dave, that's awesome. Hey, thanks for pointing that out. Otherwise, I just wouldn't have even looked at that. See, I don't have attention to detail on some things. I also got book 2 in the X-Wing series, Wedge's Gamble, also by Henry Thomas. Not a duplicate, so I'll keep that right here. This is a bummer because these duplicates, I don't know if they were supposed to be like that or not, but I feel like it should have been like these two, should have been book 1 and 3 of the Jedi Academy trilogy, because I've got book 2 right here. It's a performance by Anthony Heald, who he was in The Client, The Pelican Brief, The Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, he was like the lead FBI guy, and Postcards from the Edge. And this is also 180 minutes long to listen to. It's cool. Sad that it's just book 2 though, and I didn't get the first one and the third one there. So here, a book that I did not like when I first read it, but I'm going to revisit it, and I guess the best way to do that would be through this. Maybe this would be good to review coming pretty soon with the new marriage book of Han and Leia. What is that book? I have it. I got an advanced digital copy of it. The Courtship. No, that's this one. Why does this always happen to me when I go live? I just forget everything. The Princess and the Scoundrel. There it is. This would be a good double feature review. The Courtship of Princess Leia, and this is a performance by Anthony Heald again. So that's cool. Let's see what you guys are saying over here. Was Henry Thomas also in Doctor? Shamira Jermaine says, have you ever read Brandon Sanderson before, The Stormlight Archive? No, I haven't. I know the only thing I know about Brandon Sanderson is that he filled in for Robert Jordan, or like finished the Robert Jordan series, The Wheel of Time. And I did watch a couple like writing classes that he put up on YouTube back when I was in like really writing seriously with this writing guild. We'd tune in and watch some of his teachings, and that was cool. But I haven't read any of his books. Rob D. Matthew, how dare you confuse Heir to the Empire with Luke's noodle fondling and Heir to the Jedi? I know, my mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Shamir says, Heir to the Jedi is a canon masterpiece. I hope you're joking. But I know everybody has a taste that they really like. Somewhere out there, it is someone's favorite book. I always say that about like The Crystal Star. It's like my arch nemesis. Somebody out in the world, that is their favorite Star Wars book. I have no doubt about it. Alex says, what are your thoughts on the new Lord of the Rings TV show coming soon? I saw a video of them like pouring lava or whatever into the text Lord of the Rings. That's as far as I got with it. I don't know. I don't have Amazon Prime to be able to watch it. I guess it's not that difficult to just subscribe for the show and then cancel. But I don't know. It sounds like it'd be interesting. I really liked the Lord of the Rings movies and the music. Top notch. I haven't gotten around to reading the books. I did read The Hobbit, which I really liked that. But I hope that the show is going to be good. I really do. Because, it's like the legacy of, J.R.R. Tolkien. Hope it's good. Hope it gets good reviews. So I'll see how that goes, and I'll check out the soundtrack, of course, when that's released, and see how that sounds. Because that other one, The Wheel of Time, they did a season 1 of that, right? And I checked out the music, and I was not impressed at all. Then it turned out the show was just kind of mediocre, which is a bummer. Let's see. Shamir says, I dream about the noodle scene. That's funny. Red 5 Reviews. What's up, dude? Well, hello there, Red 5 Reviews. Hey, everybody, if you haven't gone and checked out Red 5 Reviews, go check it out. Star Wars channel. He's pretty new. Does some pretty cool, awesome stuff out there and takes requests on which books to read. This little like you get to vote. It's like a choose your own adventure of reviews there. Joe's Media Cabinet. I meant to say that Henry Thomas was in a movie Doctor Sleep. Oh, I don't know. That was like the sequel to The Shining, isn't it? Or like a prequel or something. I didn't get into that. Let's see. Lance says my arch nemesis is Dave Filoni. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't really care for Dave Filoni. Rob D says somebody out in the world bought Witchfire and got the Crystal Star. They left a 1-star review on Amazon. I think, yeah, I actually covered that with some guys. I think Adam and Noah from. We went and did a Amazon review thing, and we talked about that. It was great. It was funny. You need to go back and check that out. Shamira says Lord of the Rings on Amazon is going to crush hearts just like Star Wars sequels. I hope not. I really hope not. Here's another cassette tape that I've got here. It says Star Wars Darksaber by Kevin J. Anderson. Performance by Anthony Heald. This one, let's see the length. 180. Man, they are really strict with this 180 minutes business, aren't they? Darksaber on cassette. Let's see. Rob D says Ryan Kinnell will be watching the Lord of the Rings show no matter how it is. Well, somebody's got to watch it and give a review, an honest review. A Shamira. Am I saying that right? Shamira. Shamira. I have Witchfire tattooed on my butt cheek. That's funny. I do have the Witchfire copy. Well, the Crystal Star cover with Witchfire in the book. I wish I would have got the Witchfire cover with the Crystal Star in the book. That would have been awesome. Then the little set would have been complete. You need to hunt that down. I'm sure it's probably on eBay. Here's another cassette. The volume 1 of the 3-book cycle, Heir to the Empire, performance by Dennis Lawson, book by Timothy Zahn. Timothy Lawson, he played Wedge Antilles in the first 3 Star Wars films. He also appeared in the films Local Hero and Providence. There's a picture of the young Wedge Antilles. Funny that he's doing this and wasn't doing the X-Wing. How cool would that have been? Dave McHugh says, I'm going to skip Princess and the Scoundrel. I read Brotherhood and Shadow of the Sith back to back. I need a break. I totally understand that. Loved Brotherhood, Shadow of the Sith, loved the first third, but not the rest. Yeah. Brotherhood actually turned out to be like my favorite Star Wars canon book. Shadow of the Sith, I just couldn't get hooked into it. It felt cheap. If that makes any sense. I wasn't invested in the villain. Luke just seemed off to me. Lando just kind of seemed like the convenient vessel for some of this stuff. And, Ochi, it was so tacky. Do I think Adam Christopher is a bad writer? No, I don't. He probably didn't have much to work with and like, hey, fill in some gaps. Because I read his Stranger Things novel, Darkness on the Other Side of Town, and it was great. I liked that book a lot. And I was so excited. I was like, dude, you guys have to read Adam Christopher novel. And then he was supposed to do the Mandalorian novel, and then that got the boot. So then we got this new Star Wars Shadow of the Sith book. I mean, the cover is awesome. I do like that cover. Creepy looking guy on the front there, and there's an Ochi on the back. But it did to me. It did not feel like it was a. How many pages is this? 450-page book. It did not feel like it was that long. So that's a plus. Red 5 says, "Haha, I remember that stream talking about the Crystal Star one star review. I think I remember marking your Crystal Star review as helpful." Oh, thank you. I did have a Crystal Star review. I think that's when we also discovered that I did post a review because I think that was the one where I forgot that I had a written out review. I just never filmed it for YouTube. So it was like a nice little discovery of like, oh yeah, I did review the book. Shamira says, Shimra Jaman. Shimra Jaman. Okay. That's, thank you. Shimra. Shimra. See? Shimra. You go anyway with that, and I could just screw it up. It's the name of the supreme overlord of the Yuzon Vong. Okay. All right. Red 5 says Dennis Lawson Wedge is also Ian McGregor's uncle. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Also, thanks for the shout out. Hey, yeah, people need to go check out your stuff. Shimra, sorry, but again, that's not your real name. That's the overlord of the Yuzhan Vong. So I'll just call you Vong. How about that? Is that offensive? Got any recommendations for shows? Trying to find a new one to watch. Well, I do not really watch much TV. I don't. Whenever the wife, she's the one that usually is like, "Hey, let's watch something," and it's always like on Discovery Plus, like how the universe works, or what was that? My 1,000 pound sisters. It's a reality show. I do not like reality shows, but that show was hilarious. It's really funny. You go check that. I think there's 3 seasons, I think, or 4, 3 or 4. But it is on Discovery Plus or TLC. It's funny. But as for like actual story, if you haven't watched, let me see. Everything I'm going to say is going to be older. The Dark Crystal show was awesome. I really liked that. It's a shame they didn't renew that for season 2. I liked Breaking Bad. That was a good one. You've probably seen these things if you're asking for recommendations, anything new. Stranger Things, obviously, but I think you mentioned that you might have watched that one earlier in the comments. I like to watch movies whenever, like, if I get some time to myself to watch something. It's not a show. I like looking up older movies. Which, speaking of movies, you know what we could do here today? Also, after I go through this haul, is talk about the movies that I've watched on Netflix part 2, because I talked about that on a previous live stream sometime in the year, where I went over some movies that I have either not watched in a very long time and gave them a rating and a little like short review, and or if movies that I had never seen. And I've been updating my list because I started watching movies again when I can. Where is my notes? Sorry. It's like I rearrange things on my phone for convenience, and then I forget where everything's at. Yeah, I've got a bunch of, not a bunch, just a couple movies that we can talk about here in a second. That might be fun. But book 1 of the Carillion trilogy, written by Anthony. No, what? Who's this written by? It does not. Roger McBride Allen, the author. Performance by Anthony Heald. So that's cool. And then we've got Assault at Salona, also by Roger McBride Allen. Performance by Anthony Heald. I just love those covers of the older books. It's just so awesome. Wait a second. Is that like old Han Solo? That's weird. Then we've got Showdown at Center Point. This is book 3 of that Carillion trilogy. Performance by Anthony Heald. And that's it. That's it for the cassette tapes. I'm gonna have to listen to those, and I keep saying I need to listen to that Night Lily love story thing. I haven't done that yet. Sorry. Said I was gonna do that. Yeah, maybe I gotta see if I could. Would you guys? I don't. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. Looking back at your comments here, I fell behind on some stuff. Sorry. Yeah, Red 5 also mentions Stranger Things is always a good show to watch. Joey's Media Cabinet. I recommend Teen Wolf and True Blood. I recommend Teen Wolf the movie, the original movie. That was a good one. Um, Jaws: The Revenge is always a good film to watch, and for the novelization is great. Oh wait, oh yeah. For more on that, go check out the Paper Movies Novelization Book Club or our recent conversation, which the book is still here. I've been too disgusted to well, too disgusted to pick it up to go put it up. Jaws: The Revenge. Go check out the discussion. That was a fun conversation. Rob D says, I like watching side movies from actors known for really only one role. I watched Guns Akimbo with Daniel Radcliffe and Takers with Hayden Christensen. I haven't heard of Takers. What is that other one with Hayden? Jumper? I liked that movie. Remember that one? Samuel L. Jackson was in it too. Mad Machad, howdy. Well, hello there. Shimra says, have you seen Raised by Wolves? So sad they canceled it. Thanks for the recommendations, man. We'll check out Dark Crystal. And I might as well just change my name to Vong. Yeah, that Dark Crystal thing was really cool. If you haven't seen the movie, maybe watch that one first and then go back and watch that show. Or don't, because the show is like a prequel to the movie, but you get a lot more out of the show than you do the movie. So check out the show. It was really cool. The music for that one was also incredible. Sorry. Thirsty. I was halfway through Shadow of the Sith and lost interest, says Indiana Trekker 26. Sorry. Had to go all squinty and get close to the screen on that one. Lost interest. I am now rereading Kenobi and sucked in. Yeah, Kenobi's a good book. It's a good book. Maybe listen to the audiobook for Shadow of the Sith if you really want to know how it turns out. Or don't waste your time. Shimra says, in your opinion, has any canon book come close to the quality of the best EU Legends book? Honestly, in my opinion, there were some good Star Wars canon books. There are quite a few that I gave strong reviews for, like A plus, really good stuff. Some of those opinions have changed over time, which I think, talk about that in my ranking video. When I went back, well, two ranking videos, I separated it into two parts. There are some really good things. The stuff really by Alexander Freed and the early writing from Claudia Gray were so good. Of course, I feel like there's been a pretty steady decline in this storytelling, and like Dave McHugh said earlier that he was skipping out on the book that I keep forgetting the title of, Princess and the Scoundrel. I'm actually kind of excited about that one, but I say that, but I do have it. I have the digital copy, and I haven't started it yet. For some reason, I had it in my head that it was not going to be out for a couple months, but time flies. It really flies. So I plan on getting to that pretty soon. I've got my review written for a horror novel here. I've mentioned this before, I think on my last stream, for Ghost Eaters. The review is done. I just need to film it. This most likely will be the last horror novel review that I do on the channel. They're not really popular here, and I just kind of am losing interest in the genre. That said, nothing wrong with that book, but look forward to that review. It's going to be a shorter review. I'm trying to slim down my reviews and not rant and go on and blabber in these reviews, which I feel like I've done a pretty good job of not doing that mostly, but yeah, just going to shift away from that, move to a different direction. I've got some other stuff, fun stuff planned, deep video planned, got a message that I want to get out to you guys, and I hope that you do I hope that you do tune in for it when it releases. I just got to get the right thumbnail for it and title. I think you guys are gonna like it. Even if you're not into what I'm gonna be talking about, you're still gonna like it. I feel it. I can feel it. And I hope that you go comment on it when it is posted. But I should probably film that later tonight and post it for next week. We'll see. I say I'm going to do these things, but I'm not. I'm probably going to be tired when I get off of here. Just like, oh, I'm too tired now. And I don't want to be dragging my heels tomorrow. Shimmer says, that's not old Han Solo. That's Tracken. What? Tracken South Solo. Han's cousin or something. Oh, cool. That'll be awesome. Oh, hey, guys, Mad Machad's in here. He sent me this photo today, and it had me laughing. It got me to LOL. He said I'm going book shopping. What do you think of my haul so far? And he shows me this picture of Heir to the Jedi, Last Shot, The Approaching Storm, and The Crystal Star. 4 books, in my opinion, that were awful. And I told him I don't know if I should be happy for him or if I should throw up. But that brightened up my day, Mad Chad. So thank you for that earlier. Red 5 Review says, I want to get The Last Ronin hardcover. The Last Ronin hardcover. That would be cool. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin. Yeah. Which, by the way, speaking of that, Red 5, have you finished the last issue yet? The last we talked, you were like, I gotta finish it. Better do that. I still have to go pick up my comics from the comic shop. They've probably got 3 or 4 Turtle comics waiting on me there. Shimmer says, did you happen to watch the Kenobi series on Disney Plus? No, I have not. I unsubscribed from Disney Plus. I'm not. I looked at clips on YouTube, like Kenobi clips, and saw things, and it's like part of it is cool, but part of it, from what I saw, let me say this: I'm not one of those people that gets on and just wants to bash things to bash, because there are people out there that do that. They love to hate on things and get the views that way. I don't want to hate anything. I really don't. I want to like stuff. I'm going out of focus. Why am I not in focus? It's annoying. But from what I saw, it was like, oh, that would be cool, but why are they doing certain things? Like the shaky cam. There was a lot of shaky cam going on in the last fight that I saw for, I guess, the season finale or series finale. I don't know if they're doing another season or not. And I was like confused by it. I was like, this just doesn't look like Star Wars. It kind of looks like fan film material, which there are people out there that do pretty cool fan film things. But I just thought it looked too fake, if that makes any sense to you. Why is this stupid thing out of focus? I don't want to get too close to the camera, but I don't want to look like garbage. Is that okay? I guess, whatever. Sorry, blabbing. But no, I did, from the clips that I saw, Kenobi was just kind of like, well, I don't know. I don't know how the story went. I saw the opening scene as well with the 66, Order 66, and it just seemed stuff didn't come off right with the cinematography. I was disappointed when I saw through the clips. But I hear that people loved the show, and I hear people hated the show. I guess nothing is ever just like okay anymore, is it? Red 5 says, and I'm still excited for the new Essential Legends coming soon. Yes, me too. I was going to talk about those tonight over on Tuscan Reader episode 15. I need to talk about, and I've got those lined up to talk about. Some more High Republic books that are being released in the expanded universe, which is awesome. The covers, pretty drastic change in the art style, I would say. I don't understand what the camera is doing. This is annoying. Maybe there's something smeared on it. I don't know. Sorry, I'm looking at what you guys are saying. I envision the princess and the scoundrel will be 90% Leia, dress shopping and yelling at her bridesmaids. Maybe. It's Beth Revis is writing it, and I enjoyed her Rebel Rising novel with Jyn Erso. It's like her growing up, and that was pretty decent. So high hopes for Princess and the Scoundrel. Just try not to get him too high because I don't like getting excited about things and then it just sucks really bad, you know. The Mama Chad says, "Ha, good to hear that brightened up your day." Shimra says, "Be honest, Heir to the Jedi is still better than the Crystal Star." um, I don't know. It's a good. Those are good matches. I need to revisit both of them to do a solid comparison. That'd be like when I quit Star Wars altogether. Just the grand finale of anything Star Wars is to read those two books, and surely, like back to back, and surely I will shrivel up and die. Oh, and Red Five, he says hasn't read the last issue of the Last Ronin because he's still packing. Okay, well, hope it doesn't get spoiled for you. I'm sure it hasn't because we've made it this far without it. Um, Rob D, he's talking to Red Five there. I hope the next wave of Shadows of the is the Shadows of the Empire, the Force Unleashed, Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Those would be fine. Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Do you think that they would really reprint Splinter of the Mind's Eye though? Because that was like canon before canon. No, how do I say this? It was like the first Legends book, right? Here's the expanded universe, Splinter of the Mind's Eye. It's the sequel to Star Wars, and then the Shadows of the Empire happened, and then they were like, never mind about Splinter of the Mind's Eye. That's a expanded universe book. And then kind of got the axe right. Maybe not. It doesn't tie in well. Things are contradicted in there, right? Still fun to read. I'll give you that. It's a fun book. It's cool. Everybody should read it. See the original sequel to A New Hope before not being the sequel anymore. Shimmer says, "Good thinking. The Kenobi series did actually what the Clone Wars did with Maul, as it made him soft." Shaking my head, right? And know what SMH means, or has it changed since 2017? Shimmer says, "I'm skipping on Princess and the Scoundrel after the atrocity of Shadow of the Sith." Well, remember, like I said, keep in mind, Beth Revis, she wrote it. Might be good. It might be good. But hey, you know what? If you fall in line and if you understand how I do my reviews and if you like the books that I don't like, and if you don't like the books that I like, you know what I'm saying. You'll know by then. Red Five says, "I can't wait to get that TMNT Last Ronin statue." Yeah, it's just like in September. It's awesome. Alex says, "I got my first novelization yesterday. I got Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom." Nice, Alex. That's actually, I think, the book that we're going to be reading on the Paper Movies Novelization Book Club next month. I think. Isn't that right, Red Five? Um, or it might be a different Indiana Jones book. I don't know. So, Alex, you've never read a novelization at all? Or maybe you have, but you just haven't purchased one. You like rented one from the library or something? Water. It's good. I'll throw that away later. The floor is just littered with trash. No, it's not. See anything else that I have here that I was going to show you guys? I don't think so. Just that Star Wars cassette tape haul, that Sea of Thieves novel, Waterworld, which I believe Adam from the Paper Movies channel at Red 5 is going to be posting a, a video soon, a vlog of us going book shopping. I didn't even check to see if that was posted or not, or if he was still going to do that. Red 5, you still going to post that Paper Movies vlog? I showed you guys the Stranger Things color book. I think that's all I've got here. The giveaway thing that I was going to do is live, which I'm going to go check out that site to make sure that it is actually working correctly. I'm going to put that in. The link will be in the comments, or no, in the description section in this video when I'm done. No, I'm just going to post it over on Tuscan Reader. That'll be what I do. And you know what? You guys don't care what I'm doing here. I know that, but I've just remembered something here on YouTube. I gotta fix my giveaway is not ready. I was wrong. Almost made people do something that I didn't want them to do, and that would have been bad. You know, would have been real bad. You guys did anybody here watch that Top Gun movie? Anybody watch that? Because I really wanted to watch it, and I just haven't yet. And I hear it's like making a buttload of money. And I just remembered something else that I was going to talk about here, movies that I had watched, and wanted to talk about those for a minute. You guys are down for that. If I can figure out how to save this stupid thing. You know what? I'll have to grab a link from my phone real quick. Sorry, guys. Yes, Adam confirms that the Paper Movies conversation next month is Temple of Doom. So hope you tune in, Alex. And I can't remember if you're a fan of the Paper Movies novelization book club, but you should go check it out if you haven't yet. Rob D says, were you ever into Marvel comics? I got the Ghost Rider Volume 1 Epic Collection. I was not really. There was a year in like 2014, maybe 2013 or 15, somewhere in there. I was like getting everything. It was around Secret Wars, right? And you know, there were some fun things in there, but I was like, I just really can't do it. Like, I picked up a lot of Marvel stuff. I didn't pick up any DC, but I did pick up some, I think it was Image Comics, Descender, and Invisible Republic. Those were awesome. I liked those books, and I'm sad that I stopped getting those. Oh, and there's a Harrow County. That was a cool one, too. Red 5 says, the water bottle you threw just hit me in the face like the Crystal Star book when you kicked it my direction. Sorry about that. I got Red 5. We'll be posting a vlog up on the Paper Movies Novelization Book Club channel soon. Okay. And Alex says, I have never read a novelization before. Been meaning to. Had many books needing to be read. I think you're going to enjoy it. Hopefully the Temple of Doom is a good novelization, but I can tell you right now, there are a lot out there that are fantastic. Some are not so good. For example, Jaws the Revenge. Not good. Mammoth Chad said, I only watched the original Top Gun last week. Wow. Yeah, well, I mean, I can't really say anything about that because I think 2020 was when I watched Top Gun for the first time. I thought it was awesome. It's like one of those movies that just like kind of flew under the radar, flew in, for a while. And it's like, how did I make it this long in life and not watch the Lightyear, Thor 4, or Jurassic World? Now, I forgot Thor 4 was happening, and Jurassic World, forgot about that too. I just don't have any interest these days in the movies like I used to. Mama Chat says, I haven't stopped wearing my sunglasses while listening to Highway in the Danger Zone ever since. That's funny. Dave McHugh says, I saw Top Gun 2, really enjoyed it. Did not expect to. Okay, good. That's what I keep hearing everywhere. Um, I need to check it out. I did go see a movie in theater recently. Like, my sister called me up and was like, hey, you want to take the kids to see Minions, The Rise of Gru? And I was like, I guess. And I went, and kids thought it was good. I thought it was fine. It was funny. It was great. It was a funny movie. So I did see a movie in theaters recently. Just not the movie that I really wanted to see, but still was, enjoyable. I'm gonna go over my list here because I watched some movies, like I said. I'll go over like a classic comedy, and you guys feel free to tell me your thoughts on these movies too. One that I really liked when I was a kid, thought it was hilarious, and it's still funny to this day. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. I'm going to rank it like 1 through 10. Dumb and Dumber. It is just classic comedy, good humor. Um, I love that movie. I don't think it'll ever be stupid. I mean, it is stupid, but you know what I mean. Nightmare on Elm Street. I watched that one for the first time. Yeah, for the first time. I think every time I wanted to watch it, when I would look it up on Netflix, it was always like the second one. So I watched it, and people are going to hate me for this, but I give it 3 out of 10 stars. It was so cheesy. So cheesy. It had some cool parts, like there's a scene where I think it was the first kill, like when this girl gets like she like slides up the wall and the ceiling. That was creepy. I thought that was great, but the rest of it was just like, wow, this is so tacky. Like this girl is like screaming, like "Help me, Dad!" And he's like across the street where this murder happened, and she's freaking out, screaming through this broken glass, and he's just like kind of like runs over there and like stops and like turns around. And he's talking to his like police partner. He's like, "I need somebody to come over here and help me." And then he turns and like walks fast back to his house. It's like, your daughter's freaking out. There's a murder across the street that you're at. It was just a weird, silly, goofy movie. The Mama Chat says, "Did you watch Minions in a Suit?" No, I did not. What is with that? I saw that on TikTok. Like people just like going to see Minions in suits. Alex says, my family and I watched Top Gun 2 in a drive-in movie theater. Really enjoyed it. That's cool. I haven't been into a drive-in in a long time. I think the last drive-in movie that I saw was The Mask and The Shadow. I think that was the double feature. Might have been something else too. I can't remember. Madam Chad, wearing a suit like a gentleman. No, I did not. A gentlemanian. All right. Rob D says, Matthew screamed banana in the theater from Minions. No, no, I didn't. I didn't. Um, but it was, I just think, it was a fine movie. Like when it wasn't one of those kids movies that you walk into and you're like watching it and you want to bash your head in. It was a fine movie. It was fun. There were parts in it that I actually laughed in. Matthew uh, Limpic says you should watch Dumb and Dumber unrated cut. See, I've made it without watching it, and I just don't know what would they do in it to make it unrated. I don't get it. Is that the one? Like, is that the only copy available now? Like when you want to purchase it? 'Cause I remember, like in DVDs, they would do that. Like, oh, the unrated, and you couldn't find the normal one anywhere. I guess the theatrical cut, you just couldn't find them. For I think it was like old school, and then something else. Which, speaking of old school, let's get back to this list. That's the next one on the list. I rewatched old school, and I remember watching that quite a bit back in college, and I after rewatching it, did not remember how raunchy that movie was. So my rating of it originally, like from my memory of it, was like, oh, this is a great movie. It's gonna be like a 7 out of 10. No, after rewatching it, it is like a 2 out of 10. Had some funny parts, but just kind of too for me. Not my style of humor these days. Another one that I watched for the first time, starring Sylvester Stallone, Cliffhanger. It was a lot of fun action. Was it cheesy? Yes, in parts, but I thought it was pretty cool. And I'm giving that one a 7 out of 10. I know my rating scale is just like, what are you based that off of? I don't know, fun level, I guess. Because hey, it's like, how do you look at Dumb and Dumber and rate it so high, and then like you go to like The Godfather, and it's like, how would you rate The Godfather? It's like a 10 out of 10. What you gave Dumb and Dumber a 9 out of 10? Like I know the scale's weird, but it's just that's just what it is. um, what have you guys saying? Anything? Rowdy says, I doubt Jared Leto will ever do a superhero film ever again after that failure of Morbius and the fact that his Joker was just not memorable. Yeah. Mama Chad says it's a meme like Morbius, except people went to see Minions. that's funny and also sad. See, I haven't seen a Jared Leto movie. I haven't. Another movie that I saw for the first time is it's a a horror book. See, here I go, horror novel, horror book. I mean, a horror movie. Creep. I think it was a 2014 movie. I think it was actually really creepy. When it starts off, you're like, "Wow, this is cringy." Wow, I'm going to turn this off. But I don't like shutting things off early because hey, things could turn around, and that movie did. I give it a 5 out of 10 because it was very creepy. Just if you haven't seen it yet and if you like horror movies and you haven't seen Creep, go check that one out. It was kind of surprising. It's like a found footage type thing, and I was surprised at how well they did it. Um, and then also after that, Creep 2. Yes, there is a sequel um, that I thought was also good. It's a good sequel. They tied it in together very well. It works. I give that one a 5 out of 10. So has anybody seen Creep in here? And then I got to watch a really tacky movie. So tacky. Sometimes I get in these moods, which I'm sure a lot of people do, where they like, like, oh, I want to watch a award-winning film, cinema. And then there's that, of course, most people these days just want to see the action, like superhero movie. And then there's that part of me that's like, I want to sit down and watch a really stupid movie, like a 80s or 90s, just tacky, horrible movie. And the one that I watched that somehow, for some reason, I gave a 6.5 out of 10 just because it was so tacky, but kind of good. I mean, like the music in this movie, it had rap music in the background most of the time. It also had metal or rock, but the rap music, I'm 99% sure that the rap music had cursing in it, but it was the censored version because it was like going to say like the F word, but it was muted out. And that movie, you guys should go see this one, is Half Past Dead, starring what's the guy's name? The karate guy? Not my mind goes blank in these important moments. Um, geez, he's like a weirdo now. I guess he's always was a weirdo. Sean, what is this? Half Past Dead. Sometimes these names just leave me. It's like all the titles. Steven Seagal. There we go. Gosh, how do you forget a name like that? Rob D is checking out. Well, good night, Rob D. Now Chad says, "Have you ever tried foreign movies? Akira Kurosawa is one of my favorite filmmakers, and elements from two of his films were used in the original Star Wars trilogy." I really haven't checked out many foreign films. I sorry, I'm readjusting the seat. I uh, I did see this one German movie once in college. I can't remember the title of it. I think it's something blue something. It was German. It was very dry humor. It was funny, but also kind of sad. Me and my roommate watched it for our German class. Yeah, I took German. Failed, but that was like the only real foreign movie that I watched, but I liked it. So I just talked about Half Past Dead, and I was wrong. That movie did not get the 6.5 out of 10. I was looking ahead at something else. That was actually a 2 out of 10. So my notes there were reversed with Leon the Professional. That one got the 6.5 out of 10. So Half Past Dead, it was tacky, but it was fun. And you guys, you should go check that out. Just if you like that kind of a movie, where you watch it knowing that, oh, this is going to be so bad. It's just so fun. But it was a 2 out of 10. I'm not going to kid around and say that it was awesome. But Leon the Professional, another movie that I hadn't seen up until just like 3 days ago. 6.5 out of 10. It was a very good movie, very sad. It was Natalie Portman when she was a child actor, and the main guy, I don't know his name or anything else that he's in other than Godzilla. He was like the French guy from Godzilla, but that was a good movie. And it also has the guy from Batman Begins who played the main cop. I just my mind goes. It's so blank right now. It's so blank. I don't know these names, but he's a good actor. He was in Dracula. I gotta look it up. This stuff drives me absolutely insane. It drives me crazy, you guys. What is this? Leon the Professional, 1994 film. Gary Oldman. My gosh. And the guy that played Leon is uh, Jean Reno. I'm guessing that's how you would say it. And Natalie Portman, of course. So I always heard about that movie, but I just never watched it. Never cared to watch it until I saw it on Netflix. This one, Tremors, Shrieker Island. That's another one of those like, oh, this is going to be a tacky one, but it's not an 80s or 90s. Um, it was a newer movie. It's like 2020, I think. But I gave it a 3 out of 10. It's funny in some parts, but it just complete cheese. Um, Sad that the Tremors movie, the original, was incredible. It was such a good movie. I love it. Kevin Bacon. And then the second one happened, and you're like, man, this is not what happened. And then from there, it just went downhill so hard. And I think that's probably going to be the last Tremors movie. I just have a feeling that they're going to let it die out. But I did learn that April 14th is like one of the main characters. That's actually the only guy that stayed through the entire series. Bert Gunner or Gummer. Bert Gummer. April 14th is Bert Gummer Day. I After I saw that, because it says that at the end of the movie before the credits roll, April 14th is Bert Gummer Day. Um, I marked it down on my calendar for next year. Next year on April 14th, we've got to do a live stream celebrating the Tremors character, Bert Gummer. We've got to do it. We've got to do that. That'd be funny. This movie, this next one, was one that I thought was kind of funny when I was younger when it came out. I always remembered it as being like, oh, yeah, it was a good one. I really liked that movie. But after rewatching it, wow, it was not that funny, and it was too like stupid silly, and that would be Vegas Vacation. Christmas Vacation is my favorite Christmas movie. I love it. But Vegas Vacation, what I thought was a good one, not cool. So that one gets a 3 out of 10 stars. Bull Run 27. Hello. Just talking about the recent movies that I've watched. And the last one here on my list that I watched, last one that I'll talk about here is Last Action Hero. Finally watched that one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I gave that one a 4 out of 10. It's a lot of fun. Cool, like, story. Cool concept. Being able to drift between reality and a movie. Like, oh, this kid's watching a movie and has a magic ticket that, like, pulls him into the movie that he's watching. So, and then I cross back over into reality. This is pretty cool. It was a fun movie. But that's all I've watched that I have to talk about. So I'll revisit the next set of movies that I watch soon, and another live stream probably at the end of the year. That was pretty cool. It's nice to watch movies, Sometimes you got nothing else going on. None of the new stuff really interests me, though. I mean, other than Top Gun, I really do want to see that one, but nothing else really captures my attention. I see that Taika Waititi, that's how you say it, is going to be doing a Star Wars movie. I don't care. I don't. That's what drives me crazy about some of the Star Wars stuff. Is like I'm only absorbing the canon novels for the canon material. Like I'm not watching the shows anymore. Don't care about the movies. Just reading the books. I don't read the comics. I don't. It's like why am I doing this? Why am I wasting my time on just a book? Because if you don't pay attention soon, if you don't pay attention to the shows, I have a feeling you're not going to understand what they're talking about in these novels. It's like they're tying things so closely together. I feel like you're going to have to be in sync with all of it to know what's actually happening. And I don't want that to happen. But as for now, you haven't had to, which is good. I really hope they maintain it like that, but I just get this feeling that it's going to be, crossing over soon. Bull Run says, I watched Elysium. It was pretty good. Yeah, I remember seeing that movie. I thought it was cool. I remember seeing the trailer and being really impressed with the effects. I thought it looked impressive. I only saw it once in theater, so I haven't seen it since. But looks like you joined me here like right at the close of this. I'm going to be logging off here now to film some other things to release for here on this channel, and also over on Tuscan Reader. Going to be doing a giveaway. If you've been around this long, I guess I'll just say it right here now. Since I think most people are tuning out, it's kind of late. If you live in the United States, that's who can participate. That's who can participate in this giveaway. See, I think I might be too tired to film more after this, but I'm going to be giving away a copy of Star Wars Shadow of the Sith. So if you guys haven't read it and you want to, I got a copy here that I'm going to be giving away over on Tuscan Reader. If you want to, if you read it and you didn't like it, and you still want to participate and try to enter to win it, you can get it, and then you can go use it as a giveaway on your channel or something, or give it to your friend on their birthday, something like that. I don't know. Alex says, "I hope everyone has a blessed night." Alex, God bless you. You have a good night as well. And with that, you know what? God bless everybody. You all have a great night, and I'll see you around. Don't forget to go check out that giveaway. I'm going to be going over to the Tuscan Reader to provide more details about that, and I'm really looking forward, like I said, to another message that I'm going to be releasing here in the near future that I hope everybody checks out. So, everyone, thanks for tuning in on another unannounced live stream, and I will talk at you guys another time.